Welcome to another leveling guide, which you should take more like an update, because when it comes to purely grind down XP for leveling your old jobs, my early Shadowbringers guides still do offer the core elements and best methods to accomplish your max level with any job, in the form of mainly grinding down dungeons. Nonetheless, there are two essential things these guides are missing and that I want to inform you about, because even when you may spend more time with the leveling process itself, it will save you many grinding hours reaching true endgame with any job. So let us hop into the video. First of all, while you have all these nasty nut hunts, trust dungeons, normal dungeons, on these Shadowbringers levels, doing quests for the pixies, which is one of the Shadowbringers beast tribes, stands out by far. Which means the XP you're receiving is way more than doing dungeons, but even when you're limited to 3 quests per day, they are done in less than 5 minutes and reward you with up to 2.4 million XP on a calculated level 80, spiraling down a bit until 70. Yes, if you're in a good flow of having a dungeon group or having a blast with other science inside of the trust system, this may not be necessary to take into consideration, but always note this is one of the best methods to hop onto 71. That will unlock tons of content, including Shadowbringers dungeons, the trust system and Bozja. Apart from that, I can still recommend to do your challenge log, because it will grant more XP in relation to the XP required the lower your level is, put into the frame of specific expansion levels. So for example, on 60 the challenge log will grant a much lower XP reward than on 70, trying to fit into XP requirements on these levels. But of course, you can also and always throw in your duty roulettes here, because I highly recommend to level differently when reaching 71, which is the big change of our leveling scheme I want to inform you about with this video. So when you got to 71 and already have leveled up a main job, which is mostly achieved by just going through the main scenario quest while doing some duty roulettes in the meantime. So nothing you should actually worry about. Leveling your main or first job, just do MSQ. But when talking about an old job that follows onto your first level 80 character, you should definitely level up in Bozja. Long story short, Bozja is not faster than dungeon leveling, but the endgame value it offers beats everything else by far, because just if you're hunting down many jobs and want to accomplish this in a certain amount of time, this will not provide any benefit to your endgame progression with your main job. But this is where Bozja outshines the leveling competition, providing tons of features and benefits to your main job and future development of your character. Because it features the new Shadowbringers relic sets and weapons that only this content is able to provide. And at least since patch 5.45, a solid amount of participation of this content can be observed, so clearing and completing content in the southern front of Bozja is not a difficult thing. And I believe that this counts for almost every realm. But of course, let us go through the details and rewards Bozja is offering on top of the XP you get for every attendance on any skirmish or critical engagement. So first of all, the XP you get is depending on your resistance rank, that you level up by joining skirmishes or critical engagements, and as I could not test it by myself, thankfully Nether sent me his progress, and on rank 11 he received round about 1.2 million XP for one simple skirmish that we completed in around 2 minutes. Critical engagements on the other hand take a bit longer to complete and especially to prepare, but as a reward providing round about 3 million XP. But this depends on your actual level, and as Nether had been 79 with his Gunbreaker, I guess everything below this level and rank will be slightly less. But above that, and the aspect why I'm recommending this over dungeons, is the progression into the Bozja content itself. Leveling up your resistance rank is mandatory to unlock Bozja's content completely, which then again will grant you access to resistance weapons and armor, which is the new relic gear in Shadowbringers. And when leveling an old job, this will provide the same progress for your resistance rank than it would do in your main job without getting XP. Furthermore, all those lost action skills or memories for grinding down the second stage of your relic weapon can drop in the same frequency, and if you ever plan to farm those weapons, which at some day may become the best in slot for this expansion, why not combining 2 birds with 1 stone? Red birds especially.
Oh, come on! That's really a hard fight, I guess. It's really not easy. You can't tell me that you just don't die.
Of course, this may be a kinda chaotic and confusing content at the start, but there are many guides out there that will get you started. This one from Saucey Noodle for example.
Baba Booey.
Press please, man. Where's all the critical engagements, bro? Bro. I'll be your critical engagement.
The man is killing us, man!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Okay, that's actually not a guide, but you should definitely check out Saucey Noodle's meme channel. But apart from all the fun and memes, there's also a wonderful real guide from Micah Does Stuff that you should definitely check out to get started. And of course, leave him a sub and like for this wonderful video. The only real downside of Bozja is that you need to prepare some prerequisite quests just before starting into your own adventure, namely to finish the main scenario quest Vows of Virtue, Deeds of Cruelty, as well as the quest The Bozja Incident and Fire in the Forge, which also requires the completion of the Evilise raid series from Stormblood. However, after reaching Gangos and making your first resistance weapon, which can be done by simply completing a single questline that is actually very cool and featuring Cid's background a bit, you're able to accept the quest for Eagle's Nest and finally can take your journey into the Southern Front. And if you need some motivation, check out the lovely weapons and armor sets that we have access to so far, and I highly guess that the newer ones will even get better. Right, Eureka? Yes, surely. If you haven't reached those Shadowbringers leveling steps, check out my other leveling guides found in the description, and like always, try to enjoy leveling, which is the most healthy way to get all your jobs maxed out, other than speed grinding through frustrating steps that I or others recommend as the best route. So when anything is going to change again, which I don't believe will happen before Endwalker, keep on leveling your ults, and in the meantime stay safe, stay healthy and keep loving Final Fantasy.